You are not your past. You are not your father's mistakes. You are not the pain that was passed down to you. You're not just a product of the streets or your neighborhood or the choices you made when you didn't know better. You, my brother, you are more than the curse you were born into. Yo, welcome back. Now, let me start off with this. You are not your past. You are not your father's mistakes. You are not the pain that was passed down to you. You're not just a product of the streets or your neighborhood or the choices you made when you didn't know better. You, my brother, you are more than the curse you were born into. I know because I was in that same place, behind bars, confused, angry, carrying pain that wasn't even mine to begin with, repeating patterns that were, passed down like family recipes, but instead of feeding me, they were starving me out of peace. You know what I mean? And I used to think what I was going through was just life, but it wasn't just life. It was a cycle, a generational curse that had gone unchecked for almost decades, like abandonment, poverty, violence, pride. I mean, all of it normalized, passed down. And the craziest part, nobody was talking about it. We wear trauma like it's armor, but it's really a prison. One you carry even when you already doing time. But let me tell you something. I learned while I was in that cell. You might be locked up physically, but that doesn't mean you have to stay in prison spiritually. See, generational curses are real. They're not superstition, they're not systems, they're behaviors. They're the silence we inherit, the rage we normalize, the brokenness we don't question, you know what I mean? And they don't just die with time, they die when someone gets bold enough to face them. I decided that person would be me. And I want you to decide that for yourself today, because this is your moment. This right here, this is where the cycle ends. Now, let me break it down for you step by step. Now, number one, you have to acknowledge the curse. You can't fight what you're pretending doesn't exist. You gotta name it. You gotta be honest enough to say, yeah, my family never knew peace. Yeah, I never saw a healthy relationship. Yeah, I didn't know how to love because nobody ever taught me how to be loved. That's not weakness, that's wisdom, because recognition is the first step to redemption. Number two, you have to decide that it ends with you. Not when you get out. Nah, don't wait till you get out. Not when you have kids. Don't wait till that. Not when life is perfect. Do it when it's bad. Do it right now, in this moment, behind these walls, or in the world. It doesn't matter. You might not control your environment, but you can control your evolution. You know what I mean? And because your true strength isn't about how hard you can hit. It's about how deep you could heal. Number three, you gotta partner with something stronger than the curse. And I'm talking about that man up there, God. Listen to me. This ain't about religion. This is about rebuilding your identity from the inside out. The curse is gonna tell you you'll always be this way. But God says you are a new creation. But then that curse turn around and say, you're just like your daddy. But then God turn around and say, you're my son. That shift changed everything for me, because once I knew who I belonged to, I stopped living like I was worthless. And I started fighting for my legacy. Let me tell you, what breaking generational curse looks like from behind bars, it looks like reading the word when everyone else is watching TV. It looks like writing letters of forgiveness to people who may never write you back. It looks like crying in your bunk at night because healing hurts before it helps. It looks like praying for kids who barely know you because you're, determined they won't grow up with the same silence you did. It looks like choosing peace when chaos is normal. Choosing purpose over pity, choosing growth over guilt. That's what it means to be a curse breaker. I want you to hear me on this. You are not alone. You are not only one who's felt the weight of generations on your shoulders. But here's the beautiful part. You are chosen. Chosen to break it. Chosen to shift it. Chosen to set a new foundation so that everyone who comes after you doesn't have to bleed from wounds they never caused. And you don't need a platform to do that. You don't need a crowd. All you need is a made-up mind and a surrendered heart. So, my friend, whether you're behind bars or just feel bound in your mind, I want you to repeat this to yourself. The curse stops with me. I am not what I was born into. I am becoming who I was born to be. I am a cycle breaker. I am a chain breaker. I am free even here. Let that sit in your spirit, because I'm not just speaking from inspiration. I'm speaking from transformation. I was behind those walls too. And yeah, I had to sit down physically, but I stood up spiritually. And I walked out with a mind that was clear, a heart that was healed, and a purpose that's bigger than my past. Now it's your turn. Let the curse die with you so the blessings can begin with you. This ain't just about your life, it's about your legacy. Until then, think about it. Stay kind, stay in the word, stay humble, stay positive, and let God fight your battles so he can break that generational curse. I'm Woody. May God bless you.